So yeah, Chris asked me to come over and listen to a song that I've never heard before, and I'm not lying, for sure. I'll tell you why in a second. He said, listen to this song, one listen and then one playthrough. Take my notes and see what we come up with. Now, this is a Metallica song, which I'm probably gonna start some shit right now, but I'm not a Metallica fan. I'm not much of a, I like metal music, but I like where metal music got to. I just don't like where it started. Same thing with punk rock. I love punk bands, but 80s punk, I like the punk rock that came later, the bands that listened to the Misfits, but I'm not a big Misfits fan. I like the bands that came after Metallica and Megadeth and Slayer, but like those just, I kind of missed them. I didn't listen to it growing up. So I'm not lying to you, I promise. If it's a Metallica song, I probably haven't heard it. So I think we're good. Let's hear it. The song is called King Nothing. And this one's volume. "25 seconds of intro on the guitar. That's pretty nice. "37 seconds of nothing. I like that. I like the way the snare comes in. Kind of throws off where the downbeat is. Back it up a couple of seconds. Yep. This would be easier with staff paper. All right, so this is metal music, and I don't play a lot of metal, but I know, like, as a studio musician, when you're handed a song, no matter what it is, there's gonna be certain idioms that every genre kind of relies on. So if this was a pop tune or a gospel tune or a jazz tune or a rock tune, it's like, okay, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for verse, chorus, here's the hits. Like every genre has like a thing about it that you're looking for. When it comes to metal, it's all about the riff. So I'm only 57 seconds in, and I've transcribed the riff. Again, it would be easier with tab paper, or I'm sorry, staff paper. But I know that whatever this riff is, it's gonna come back probably in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's even gonna be transposed, but I just know, learn this riff and you'll probably be good for the majority of the song. I don't know, it's a guess. We've only got 57 seconds in, but I'm gonna see if I'm right. Okay, so the first time I was just getting the gist of the notes, and God, this is so ugly. So the first time I was listening through just to get the notes, now I'm looking for, are there grace notes? Are they sliding? Are they bending? So I'm just gonna make notes of that. Wow. There's a grace note right there. Slide into it again. This is so ugly, it probably doesn't make sense to anyone else. But again, now that I've written it out, this is also part of my method, is I do want to write it out by hand. You'll notice there's no bass in my hands. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm also assuming it's in E. I'm not sure. Maybe it's E flat. I don't know. I have kind of perfect pitch. Sometimes it's wrong. We'll find out in a second. And there's no bass in my hands. If I write it out, my fingers will kind of remember it. Like when I was in college, that's how I would take tests. You know, just get the study guide the night before and just write all the sentences out over and over and over again. Page after page after page of notes. The next day I take the test, my hand just starts writing from muscle memory. You know what I mean? So yeah, the more time I spend writing it out, listening to it, and getting it here, that's gonna translate into my muscle memory once the song really kicks in. Shit, we're finally at the verse. Just gonna back it up a little bit. Hold on. This is where now a little bit of music theory goes a long way, is I'm hearing a blues scale, da 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 da, right? So just a little bit of da 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 da. I mean, tiny little bits of muscle memory for the fingers will go a long way in helping my ear to remember those things, because I just need to write verse blues. If I put that in parentheses, I'll be like, oh yeah. It's gonna have the bluesy notes in it. Okay. Let me just back up that pre-chorus. It's pretty nice you're letting me cut around the song like this. I'm gonna go with a B flat or an F on that one. There's two options for what I'm hearing for this chord, and they're both tritone-ish to, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, I just made it to the first chorus, which is 157, and I'm guessing it's going to repeat to some extent. We're at the re-intro, probably another verse, another pre-chorus, another chorus. So I'm hopefully guessing that the next minute is going to go off. Sorry, I'm hoping that the next minute or so is going to go off without a hitch, because I put in a lot of work in the beginning. I don't know, we'll find out. Metal can be kind of deceptive that way, where like sometimes, you'll be like, cool, I got the first 30 seconds, and then now there's a whole new song. Second riff, second guitar solo, all that shit. So let me back it up, try this chorus one more time. Okay, we're 2 minutes and 51 seconds in. I think there's a guitar solo coming up. Let's find out. Okay, all right, so solo. The first thing I'm gonna write is pause. Pause. For some reason, they love it when you pull the rug out. So at the beginning of the solo, everyone's gotta stop. Here we go. The solo is the same as the main riff, and I've circled pause a million times. I'm gonna totally forget it when we record it, but I really don't want to. Okay, now again, I'm a moron. I started writing on this page, and now I'm going to this page for the rest of the song. So I have to read it backwards, because I'm stupid. But so the solo just went main riff, pre-chorus, verse, and then we did a big fermata on the E. It holds out for a second. Let's see where it goes. Which is basically like the intro. Bass solo. Bookends. Okay, the bookends is the most important thing, not just in a session, but even in a show. If you want to know what matters, the beginning of the song and the end of the song. Everything that happens in the middle, people tend to forget. But if it starts great and ends great, you just hit yourself in the face with a pen, and that's a good song. If it starts great and it ends great, that's a good song because of the bookends. And even like a concert, what's a good concert? The first song is great and the last song is great. It's all about the bookends. So I'm going to back it up a second because I want to make sure I don't miss that. Okay, let me see. How long was that pause for? I like it. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is pick a bass. And to be honest, I don't really care. I'm not a metal guy. I'm assuming a 4-string will do the job. It's either an E or half-step tuning or drop D. I don't know. I don't need a 5-string for this one. So, Chris, you got anything P-bass passive? That'd be the easiest thing to do.
Passive would be the green PJ.
Yeah, let's do that
and
one.
then the black Harley Benton.
I go for passive basses as often as I can because I'm probably the opposite of most people. I don't like tone chasing. I want to press record as soon as possible. So the more time it takes for me to plug into boxes and tweak knobs, and 15, 20 minutes will go by, I haven't recorded any music yet. That's a problem for me. I want to, I've got a rule, like 3 minutes or less, I'm hitting record. And so it better sound good within 3 minutes. And a passive P bass, J bass, like if it sounds like shit, it's your fault. It's hard to make those instruments sound bad. Where am I going with this?
If we want to go quick and easy, I would
Quick
just
and
go
easy, baby.
Here.
Is there a tuner in the Kemper?
Yes.
So, I think half step. I'm going to read everything as if it was, I wrote it at E standard, but I'm assuming this is half step tuning. Yeah. My ears don't lie. So give me a second just to drop this down to A flat. Even though I wrote E's and A's and B's, technically they're E flats, A flats, and B flats. But I'm just gonna read transposed. All right, I haven't played it yet, and I think I'm just gonna do it with the track. Let's see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah, we get one shot.
Let's just jump in. Let me just make sure I'm in tune. Close enough. So attack-wise, I'm going to dig in a little bit more. So you said this is 1996 Metallica, right? So that's Jason. He was a pick player. Right? He played with the pick? I'm not a pick player. Not that I don't mind the sound, I just suck at it. So I'm going to try to emulate that with just a little bit more smack. Everything's up 100%. That's loud. Yeah, that's good enough. Now I'm assuming because there's 30 seconds of nothing happening, there's probably a cool guitar part or bass part that's supposed to be playing right now, huh? So let's just make up something. Something like that? Maybe? I don't know. Funny story. Hold on. You asked me to tell this story. I have a terrible, terrible recurring nightmare about Metallica. So, what was the name of the documentary?
Some kind of monster.
Some Kind of Monster. That movie comes out, right? And they auditioned every bass player. Well, so that night, whenever I watched it 10 years ago, I have a dream that I auditioned and I got the gig. Except I don't know any Metallica songs, right? So like literally, the dream is this, and I've had it multiple times where like, it's like Spinal Tap, we're looking for the stage, rock and roll, and everyone's like, you know, we're going up, and Lars counts us off, there's a sea of people, and he goes, 1, 2, and about the time he gets to 3, I go, oh, I don't know any Metallica songs. I hope it's Enter Sandman. That's the only one that like, I could get through probably. And then the set starts, and I'm just like, how did I get this gig? I don't know any of these songs. How could I possibly be playing in Metallica? And then I wake up in cold sweats. So there's that. That's my Metallica story. Check out there's a link in the description to my YouTube channel, and I do bass videos. Actually, we're starting to do guitar and drums and a whole bunch of music making, a bunch of nonsense going on there. So go check it out. And if you want to learn how to play bass the way that I do, check out thebassist.net. I've got 450 bass lessons, over 100 hours with me. It's probably more than you need, so go check it out. Okay, now how close did I come?
Oh, you want to hear the actual track?
Yeah. I realized when I got to the chorus, it's like, I'll bet it's a bum, 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 bum. I bet it's a single note drive.